Hey everyone, welcome to another match of Temur Dread Delver, match 1 of 4 going up today. Bonus match going up today. Usually it's 3. Deck Tech was posted this morning. Check out the link in the description of this video if you want to learn more about Temur Dread Delver. Not sure what order these matches are going up in, of course, but this is 1 of 4, so stay tuned for the rest. Our opening hand was fine, nothing turn 1, but we have some decent plays here. It's a safe enough hand, especially when you don't know what you're playing against. Though once I figure out what I'm playing against, I realize that this hand was not great. Yeah, when I see stuff like that, I'm like, alright, well, I'm playing Living End. That's what it means. When your opponent starts cycling creatures that they wouldn't normally be able to cast in the game, you're playing Living End. And we get Living End turn 2, which is a bit premature in my opinion. We're going to have to double bolt that stupid Archfiend, which is a bit of a pain in the butt. But it is what it is. I don't know why our opponent rushed the Violent Outburst out, honestly. I mean, the 5 cards in hand must be so good. Or they must have another Cascade spell, obviously. Okay, Fulminator Mage, and they're going to take out my green, I'm assuming. Alright, well, I mean, I have backups here. I'm drawing a lot of lands, which is really a problem. Like a really big problem. Sure. Alright, another Fulminator Mage is my guess. Oh, fantastic. Congratulations, you did it. Okay. I mean, I could keep doing this. I guess it's a good thing I keep drawing into lands. It's just kind of frustrating. Third land in a row. Oh, my God. By the way, this iteration of Temur Dread Delver was still playing 16 lands. Although, to be honest, I shorted way more than I flooded, but this is just absurdity. Now I'm going to get griefed, and now I'm going to concede. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I'm going to game 2. I'm done. I'm going to game 2. It's kind of hard deciding against a deck like this because generally speaking, we have plenty of answers in the main. Just I didn't draw into them. It was just horrible. It was just horrible. 3 turns in a row of lands is more or less, I'm telling you, it's just, I've played hundreds of games, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, maybe thousands at this point, of games with Temur Dread Delver lists. It's just, when you draw 3 lands in a row, it's GG. It's just, it's 99 out of 100 times, it's GG. And yeah, that was GG. Just can't do it. This hand is just, it's so brutal. It's a keep because of Counterspell and Serum. It's literally it. Brazen Bower, since we're on the subject here, I hate Brazen Bower. I hate it. I can't stand this card. I don't know why. Had someone in the Temur Delver Discord the other day say Borrower is just 2 medium cards stuck together, and that's why we feel compelled to play it. That's such a good analogy. It is just really 2 okay cards put together, and I guess we get tricked into thinking that it's good. It's so frustrating. So we got to be careful here because they could Violent Outburst on our turn. So we need to make sure we keep W up. I don't know if I'm going to... Yeah, let's see what I do here. I mean, they can do it right now, so I mean, it's pretty safe to play Dread Horde. Yeah. Just play the Stomping Ground, idiot. Okay, there we go. Don't know why I was thinking about Forest. I guess I'm afraid of Fulminator Mage. Alright, fine. I guess we have a Violent Outburst coming. I still feel like our opponent's being a bit too quick about it, but I suppose I understand. Here I'm assuming they're working around Force of Negation. but we have Counterspell, so. Alright. Maybe they'll do it here. I don't really think it makes a difference. So we're just going to deal 10 damage in one turn. And there we go. The one good thing Brazen Bar will be here is that we can use it for fodder for Force of Negation. It's probably the best use of Brazen Bar. Alright, now our opponent's waiting. Fantastic. Now I'm assuming they're gonna Violent Outburst us. Although I'm sure they can sniff removal. I mean the permission. They must at this point. They must be sniffing it. Okay. Well, we're literally not gonna cast anything else unless we have the one time that more lands is a good thing. There it is. Sure. I'm being stingy on my life here. I should have fetched there. I think I'm keeping in mind Fulminator Mage. This is yeah, when you're playing against spell-based combo, just pack as much permission as you can. I see no reason to cast anything else. You can see I'm doing the math there. Yeah, no, just don't do it. You have lethal on the board. Well, you almost have lethal on the board. I guess that's my concern. I don't have perfect lethal. It's fine. I mean, we could go fetch for another blue source, so we have double backup for... Okay, there we go. Oh, they're just going to hardcast it. Well, I'm still going to counter it. I'm still countering it. I don't care. Counterspell now exists. And even if it didn't, there's Mana Leak. Probably got a concession here. There we go. Alright, game 3 it is. I mean, this is how I normally would expect even game 1 to go. Because we just have so much permission in the deck. Again, this hand is a keep. It's like a really, really, really bad hand. It's only a keep because we're playing Living End. So against Living End is actually decent. As long as you don't draw 3 more lands and, you know, go... I'll quit Magic for like a week at that point. So our opponent mulligan to 5. Doesn't really matter too much for Living End. Sure, there we go. Let the cycling begin. They're gonna grief us turn 1. I guess we're lucky they're not playing white. Assuming they're going to take force out of our hand. Yeah, that's what I thought. Alright, let's see if we're going to draw another land here. Okay, Flame Slash. Ironically, still not necessarily a card that I want. If Flame Slash has a target, we've already lost in this game. Let's put it that way. Okay. See now, in a world where there's Simian Spirit Guide, I would have been concerned. They didn't get their second land drop, which is good for us. Another counterspell, which is actually fantastic. Oh, our opponent didn't get this land. So they had to mulligan. It's fine. I mean, we drew our second counterspell. They really weren't going to get around that. With the cards that I had in hand, I would have definitely kept 2 blue up. I would not have overcommitted to the board. You don't want to overcommit to it against a deck like this anyway. And I would have had counterspell and then another counterspell. And at that point, I would have probably lost the game. Hopefully, as long as I didn't draw, 4 lands in a row. The odds were probably pretty low at that point. We would have definitely won that third game, even if they hit their third land drop there. So, yeah, Living End. Again, I'm usually not too concerned. Game 1 went off. For me, that game 1 was an anomaly, I would say. Because generally speaking, you have what you need against Living End. That being said, I suppose I would have mulliganed game 1 if I knew I was playing Living End. In this case, I didn't. It is what it is. We won the match. Let me know in the comment section down below what you thought. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content in general, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter, Facebook, watch my content on social media. Share my content on social media. Watch my content start to finish. Just so you know, I say this at the end of every video, like myself. Like, it's not pre-recorded. I just say the same thing every time. Yeah, I would really appreciate your support. If you want to support me a bit more on Patreon, check out the Patreon link. Though, just keep in mind, Patreon is actually set up for you, not for me. The money that I make from Patreon goes literally back into buying sealed product, which I open on screen, and then all those rares and mythics are given back to the patrons in the form of patron rewards. And the longer you stay, the greater your odds of you simply making back the money that you give in. And if you're a patron for over a year, it's almost guaranteed. So all that information is on Patreon. Check it out. There's a little video on Patreon that's about 5-6 minutes long. Explains the whole program to you. Yeah, it might sound too good to be true, but it is not too good to be true. It is just good. So check it out. My Patreon community is growing. I love it. I appreciate all of you. Thanks, and have a good one.